Well, welcome back, everyone. You find us where we left off at the end of the last episode, back in Kingdom Come Deliverance, a lovely little medieval game. So in the last episode, we encountered a bit of fun. We found some exploding chickens, and we basically decapitated a man with a water drum. So all in all, fun time. So now we've met up with our friends at this lovely little tavern here, and they've instructed us to deface the home of this lovely little German friend here who is blaspheming against the king or sprouting treasonous beliefs. So let us go and do some light vandalism. Yeah, well, I think, if I remember correctly, we had to also get some ale. But we'll probably, you know what, let's get the ale after the vandalism. It seems like a good order of operations. So let's go find ourselves some... Where's this? I think it's... I'm assuming it's at A. Position A seems about right. I'm sure there's a way of checking, but I can't remember. Oh, look at that. Those sticks are awesome. See, this is the kind of stuff you would use in the Watland Dorp homes. The kind you'll see over there. So yeah, that's what they use as the internal structure, and then they put... clay and mud and a bit of dung, and then they whitewash it, and it's pretty interesting, but it looks pretty cool actually. Like, these are pretty cool type houses, even though they're so simple to construct. I mean, the stone part wouldn't be. This would be quite expensive, but then the stone part would be relatively inexpensive. It would be very easy to build. All right, let's see. Who are you? I have a feeling she's not gonna be happy with us. Oh, exploding chicken powers. I never get bored of that. I have a feeling you're going to see that a lot in the series. Alright, my friends, what do we got? Monsieur Matthew?
So are we doing this or not?
I assume so.
We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a
Who's
son.
staring at us right now?
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
I feel like this is not very accurate. Medieval peasants were not this stupid. They were generally semi-literate as well. Not like literate because, you know, Latin was like the main written word for like all of the general books and stuff, but then also French was the language of the nobilities for most of Europe. So then you had French in one area, it was all written in French and everything, in like noble courts and stuff. But then like the Bible was in Latin, so then that was written in one language, and then each local area had their own dialect and written word. So technically most people were relatively literate in their skill sets. Like a blacksmith would be rather literate in that set, or rather educated in that set, and each trade would be very educated in that trade. And then literacy would technically vary by area, but most people were like, at least one person per household could usually read at least the local written script. So I mean, yeah, they were not this stupid. I don't like that. They should be smarter than this, or at least I guess they're kind of kids, sort of. I mean, this guy doesn't look like a kid, but I'm assuming they're younger than they seem here, and they're way stupider than they should be, though, unless they're just like really drunk or really silly. But I guess you get silly people in each time period. So let's see if we can do some distraction. Oh yeah, this is actually pretty cool. So this would actually be quite a lot like what you would see people use for whitewashes, because they would take dirt or clay, and then they would put straw in it to give it like a fibrous content, and then they would take some dung and mix it in as well to give it like a nice good consistency, so it will stick to the wattle in the, you know, in the house. So that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I'm assuming this is supposed to just be like a dung pile, but I mean, it's not super inaccurate. I mean, this type of like planks on the outside, it did happen. It was something you would see, but not super common because it was way more expensive versus, you know, the standard whitewashing, because these you'd have to cut, and like sawmills were pretty rare unless you had like, you know, like water mills that would use to power saws. Other than that, you'd then have to cut this by hand with like these like draw saws that like tear into the wood. So it's like, yeah, it's more rare, but it did happen, and you can clear. I mean, this game is pretty accurate. I must admit, like, a lot of this game is really accurate. This part right here, Oh, I can't reach them. I was going to punch them and have them explode and then say that's not accurate, but I can't do that. Unless... No. Alright, let's go distract them.
What do you want, lad?
Honestly, that's actually a really good excuse to get them away.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
You know, if someone covered in blood comes up to you and tells you your husband is probably going to get himself beaten, get the guy out of there really quickly, because it's not going to end well. Alright, let's do some of that old vandalism. Vandalism. Get revenge. I don't know if revenge is the right term, more like... I mean, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. This is not actually
What
super
are you waiting for,
accurate.
soldier? Fire the trebuchet!
I mean, if you guys have ever
Okay,
seen like
and
animal
country.
dung, especially like cows or
good
stuff,
to my ass.
it's not like that. It's
So
not.
good,
It's more like
clean,
human dung. I mean,
fun.
animal stuff is like a lot of
Nearly as good as having
fibers
that
in
traitor
it
the
that hold
pillory.
it together
Nearly.
because it's the way
Now
it digests it.
that
So
would
it's a
be
lot of
sweet.
plant fiber in there.
For Sigismund!
So this is not super accurate.
Woohoo! Eat shit, Deutsches.
I mean, if it was
You
like human,
bastards!
then it would be a problem.
What the
but-
fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
He sounds angry.
I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this boxy Deutscher?
I probably pronounced it horribly.
Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
That was surprisingly more accurate.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Not much consistency there with their dung physics. Silliness. Oh no, this is gonna be another fight. Kind of got hit hard last time, but I think I'm better at it now. It's... Oh, jab. Jab.
Give up.
Jab. Jab. Why is this so much easier than last time? That was so much easier. What is happening? Maybe it's because I have friends. Like I get like a friend boost. Just like, you just like have to like steamroll them and then they fail.
For God's sake! Stop right now!
You. Oh, I can't
the
punch you.
Cole is on his way.
True gender equality. Yeah, I can't punch him. Either. Catch one. Oh no! Run away! Run away! Run away! Chicken. I love that so much. I don't know why. It's not a good thing, but I love it. Oh, greetings. And I'm out of stamina again. Hello. Who's that? That thing we're running from?
May the Lord watch over you.
Well, I best be running then. Like up this. Oh, wait, there's a marker in there. It's probably E. Say we E. Yeah, I think it's E. I wonder what happens if we get caught. Best not to though. Chicken. Oh, they just collect the chicken. That seems rude. Just leaving these chickens everywhere.
Jesus!
What? It's just a chicken. Have you never seen a person magically explode a chicken before? Happens all the time in Bohemia, trust me. Oh, where are we going? Oh, that's B. Ah, yes. To be. I want E. Where is E? E in here? It's E. You E? I can't guess. This is E, I think.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
I think this was the next part of the quest. I may have skipped in. I may have, yeah, whatever.
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then, ragamuffin?
Let's talk trade. Ooh my. Oh. Okay, sure.
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer, but when it comes to politics, he's unbearable.
It seems every time period has this problem.
Throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today.
Alright, but let's get to the ale and then
ale,
find the friends. Or was that the end of the
Picture
quest?
as usual?
Aye.
Or unless I'm still
Bring me
being
a cool
hunted,
one from
because that would be very funny.
But of course.
It's like, yes, he's being hunted by the police. Go get a drink quickly and then continue running. I mean, it might happen, it just seems very unlikely.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to
Wait,
look forward
is
to.
that
this
all of my
evening.
gold?
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniak.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father.
I completely disagree with
I'll be
this.
going now. See you this evening.
Like, you wouldn't know how to make a good sword if you
Something special.
don't know how to use one, at least
What does that say?
basically. Like,
Now, what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
I mean, think about, like, the weight of a
You're an
blade
angel.
is balanced for
I
what you
hope
want.
you
Like, if it's
think
very
me
close to the hilt
properly
for
later.
maneuvering, if it's further
bet I
down for
will.
cutting, like, you don't know all that. You don't know the, like, how to, just basic fighting stuff. I doubt you'd be able to make a decent weapon. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe blacksmiths did know how to use swords, but I think they would at least have the basic understanding. At very least. So otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. Alright, let's see. Let's head over then to A? Yeah, I guess it's A. So that was B. Let's go to A. Wait, but did we already finish A? This is the other guy's house suite. Somewhat decapitated. Maybe I did miss an axe. I thought I missed an axe. No, it's the friends. Oh.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
And no.
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
Yes,
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
probably.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
The
Good
same
point.
thing.
It's not
or
as if
more.
anyone really likes the
It would be
Deutsch.
bad.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutschers. Never a dull moment with you lot.
Well, that was something. Punch him in the back of the... I can't. Don't know why I want to. I'm being overly violent with this game. Yeah, medieval. Just want to punch people. Just didn't get like... Oh no, I'm stuck in a bush. This is not good. How do I... No. That is not realistic. I've wandered through many a bush. It does not cause problems like this. Let's see, what else we had to do? We have the ale, we have the charcoal, we have the guard, we did the vandalism. Oh, there's a B. Let's go to B. Oh, wait, probably the swordsman, right? Learning, like, basic swordsman's fighting, I suppose. This guy? Combat Master Vayanik. Probably pronounced that wrong again.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was
Great
nothing.
wound.
Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to
She
say
can
about
cure anything.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Alrighty then, let's do
Yes.
some sword fighting. Huzzah!
All right, I wait on the ground by the
Ooh, got
sheepfold.
a level of speech. I don't know how, but I did. That seems too easy. Unless just talking to people gives you speech skills, because... Well, if that was true, I'd be like, no, I wouldn't. Ooh, longbow. This is not... What is holding this to this man? For a matter of fact, the arrows as well, it's magnets. This is magic. He's got a magnet bow. Can I have a magnet bow, please? Wizards everywhere. Gonna do some good old heresy burning. That makes no sense. Like, you wouldn't walk around with a bow strung like that. Like, most of the times your bows, you don't leave them strung because it's not good for them. You unstring them and then you store them. Ooh, sheep. What happens if a bunch of sheep? Will they explode too? Punch, punch, punch. Am I hitting the sheep or are they too fast? I think they're too fast. Come on, sheep. Nope. Yeah, I think they're too fast. Yeah, they're fair. Too fast. Come on. Arg. Okay. Alright then, monsieur. Let us do some combat.
So, can we get started?
Yes.
We can.
I'm gonna have so much
Good.
blood on me already.
And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Great. I don't remember any of that. Alright, there's swords. One, I guess.
Very well.
No.
Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Oh, now we have the other dimensions. Chop. How does this work again? I don't remember. What? Are we just walking around?
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides.
Arg.
Unpredictability is the key. Never
That is
repeat
true.
yourself.
Chop.
All right.
Chop.
Not bad.
Chop.
Again. Not bad.
Chop.
Good. Fine.
Chop. Aimbot is so useful, isn't it, huh?
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Probably more useful, considering the armor he's wearing.
Nice. Very good.
I think that's Brigadine. I could be wrong, but I think that's, like, it's
Good.
Gambison on top
Let's
of
try something
Brigadine.
else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Okay. Chop. Chop.
Now you're getting
Chop. 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 It seemed very predictable. You're not gonna hit though, so I can just stand like, you know what? Let's both do this. Oh no, how do I point at you? Do I point? Yeah, there we go. Let's point. Let's point at each other, guy. Yeah. Oh no, you're gonna go up. Okay, let me go up as well.
Fine. Not bad. Again.
Yay! Victory. Stab. That was anticlimactic.
How about you? But I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard.
Punch him. I want a sword. I want that sword. I can't punch him.
Ow.
Oh well. Alright, what's next on the agenda? See, we did the sword, we did the vandalism, and then we did the ale, so I think that's probably back to the forge. Alright. Honestly, I love this palisade. It looks pretty cool. The guardhouse makes no sense though, because how do you reach it? But we've talked about that already. Kind of weird that, like, the only thing inside this palisade is the blacksmiths. I mean, I guess it's not, I guess, too unrealistic. I mean, it kind of makes sense because the blacksmiths would be pretty important, so you'd want to protect him, but, like, is he the only one that would be on this side? I guess that's the stable, so I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it's fine. Alright, then you have your ale.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Yes, that's
Charcoal,
virtually.
the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call
That is lovely.
craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Liar.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug.
That
You
was
might
a
win
good point.
fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
I mean, that's a really good point. That's like a really good point that I think a lot of people should learn from. Just talking about, you know, riots and damages and... Yeah.
Furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
I wish I knew more about blacksmithing. It seems accurate. I just don't know enough about it to say one way or another.
Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
I mean, that's accurate. I think.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
I think I have them actually.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
I mean, it looks fancy enough. One more fancy now.
Fine lass, eh?
But that's not the same sword, is it?
Staring at her and come and see this.
Because I mean, if you look at the
trial by
hilt,
fire.
they had it wrapped. They had a wooden base, and then they wrapped it in leather. Then why is there metal between the? No, like between the wrap. That looks wrong. It looks like a continuity error.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Yeah, he has no idea what he's doing. That edge alignment's funny. Just like smack it at the side of the blade.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us.
So unless they did a wire
I see
wrap
that you
first
almost
and
have it
then
finished.
put leather over
Just
it,
needs
which
a polish, then
may have made the
we'll
hilt
bring it to you.
good. I mean, that could have been what they did.
Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Yeah, that's not true.
How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are.
Well, that's a polite way of saying I don't care at all.
Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
Why did they remove my armor for this segment?
Have a safe journey to Sasau.
And they reset
The honor
it.
is mine,
Why?
Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
I guess probably it's like some pre-rendered stuff. Like, yeah, probably.
Long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Neppy new.
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
That's why you get armor.
A
Be
man my age
expensive
has
armor,
seen
but
a lot.
still.
Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
And that right there is why you need to learn swordplay. Because the people do the attacking.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
I guess I'm wrong. Or am I? No, yeah, I'm not wrong. That's a lot of men. Lovely plate mail. Why the fire arrows? I mean, it did exist, but it wasn't super common.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully.
It doesn't really do
Take
much
the
either.
sword, go into the house and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Fancy swordsmen's doing their factions now, I guess.
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Ooh, spearman. Ouch. That's a nice shot, actually.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Get
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back!
That's a really good point.
Ah,
Get through the gates!
You see what I was saying about that portcullis before? No one can get up there, so they can't close it. So it's useless. Ooh, good old half sword right there. Oh, come on. It's not a lightsaber. Like, seriously, mail is there for a reason. I don't care how sharp your sword is, you're not cutting through the mail if it's proper riveted mail. That's why you use thrusting weapon. Oh, and of course, just a light tap to the back just straight up kills him. So many lightsabers. Like, I mean, let's assume it, like, broke his back or something. He would still... Yeah, okay, yeah. If he broke his back, he'd be screwed, but... You may want to run, kid, but you're probably too late.
hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make
I mean,
it!
he's dead, like the guy's on a horse. He's just dead. Why is he retreating with the horse instead of charging in and killing him instantly? Oh, archers, that's why.
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They didn't leave it open for him. Okay, that's fair. Run. Good quest. Alright, but you know, guys, I think we're gonna call it right here for this episode. It was a nice dramatic ending, some life or death stakes at the end there. It's quite a cool little story so far. So I think we'll end the episode right here. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave that good old, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye!